Hello and welcome back to Oakfield Farms. So we pretty much got all of our equipment back and put away. Just show you around here now what we got. I think there's still a few items over at the shop if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember if I went over and got them or not. So we got our seeder there. No, I might have went over to the... I think I got them, actually. I think they're just down with all the tractors. So let's go over and see what we got. So the harvester, the bale loader, the header. There's our tipper. Nothing in there. There's our tractors put away. Our bale and our bale wrapper. Let's see what's down here. Yeah, I went over and picked it all up. So there's only one thing left at the shop that we need to get. So looking here, I think we got the tedderer, windrower, and weeder. So yeah, we got everything. So I'm going to head over to the shop and we'll pick up the last piece of equipment that we need for the farm, and then we have to get some work done. So I'm just going to teleport over. No, we don't want to tag it. We want to visit the place. Oh, there it is. I already purchased it. It's here waiting for us, but we do need to go in and get... we're probably going to need a bale fork. And we'll eventually need to get a bucket for cleaning up the cow manure and stuff like that also. So let's go in. Where are we? Telehandler. And what one are we going to get? So we can get this one here. But I don't think we'll need that big of one, so I'm just going to pick this one up. And I don't know if the telehandler can take a weight or not. I think they're all 3-point linkage. Maybe this style. Let's go Massey Ferguson colors. Like that. Now I may have to return this. I don't know if we're going to be able to fit this on the back of that. But we will try. Now let me just adjust course play so we don't need that activated, and we'll do that. Yeah, I think it's going to be a 3-point linkage. I don't think it's going to work. We're going to try, though. No, I didn't think so. I don't know if there's a weight you can get for these anyway. So we can go and sell that back. It's pretty cool though. I like it. We'll probably end up getting one for our tractors down the road. See if there's any weights in here. I don't think there is. No. Let's see. For tractors. That's a 3-point linkage. That one. That's about the only one that'll work, but I think that's more for the crone. So we'll just have to do without one. Now let's get back to the farm. So we have a big field to start harvesting. And this bale fork will come in handy. Moving bales around the farm and that. So Miss Morpheus and Tash are back at the house. They'll be helping out with the harvest too, I would imagine. I hope they don't leave me to do it all. Bit of a nice day out there today. Get back in before that car comes. So I hope you guys are liking this series. It's a bit different. Try something different. Just so it's not all the same. I just released a new video of Mercury Farms. That was fun. I guess hopefully this last harvest, our combine harvester I purchased, is going to work out for us. It wasn't really the harvester that was the issue. It was the header. For some reason, it just wouldn't cut in certain spots, and it was just not working right. So that was my whole idea of changing it. You know, you don't want to be going around the field and not picking up all of the grain and that, so. But I think we made a good choice with the class. I guess for some reason I like class. I got another class harvester here. I'm not sure if it's class. I guess would be the way you pronounce it. So we're representing quite a few brand names in this series. We got a Massey Ferguson, we got John Deere, we got Kloss, and I think we got Fint. So we're pretty much representing a lot of brands, which is good. We're using some Anderson. Now, the best place to park this, I think, is going to be back here in the back. Now, we're still doing fine on money. So, as we need things, we'll just have to go purchase them. Actually, I'll park it in the furthest one down because the roof is a bit lower down there. And we'll leave the higher roof area for bigger implements. There you go. Just gonna configure my steering wheel. Okay, so we're going to have to go grab a tractor and we'll get the header brought up to our field to get ready to harvest. We'll use the Fent. We'll get everything ready and then we'll start heading up there now. Let's go back here and pick it up. Seems like a lot of weight on the header trailer. I may have to change it out for another one. But it's going to do for now. Okay, so we'll get this over by the front gate. We're going to have to open up the front gate and get ready to go up. A lot of work being a farmer. And right now we're also going to need the harvester. Now I think Miss M is going to do the harvesting today. So I'll leave that there for her. Might as well leave it running. So I'm going to jump in the tractor here and bring that up to the field. And Mrs. M will be up in a moment. And by Mrs. M, I mean Mrs. Morpheus, of course. We'll just call her Mrs. M. Alright, now, let's see the way the header is on the trailer. So we have to get it from that side. So I'll just park it right here. And wait for Miss Morpheus to come up. Okay. Mrs. Morpheus is on the way to the field. Now, I'm not going to be talking in their voices. It's not that kind of a role play series. We just got the workers and they're going. Trust me, you don't want to hear me pretend to try to be a female. Okay, let's get this field started. Get this unfolded and let's get ready to get this field completed. So I'll probably do a headland or two first, then I'll let Miss Morpheus continue on doing the work, and then we're going to have to run back, or we can probably get Tash to come up and she can start doing the baling. But we got a lot of work to get done. And this harvester is ever so fast. But it is a big field, believe it or not. Now, I'm not sure what the capacity of the combine is, but I think it's around 11,000 pounds. So yeah, this is the longest part it's going to be, because I find when you put it on workers, for some reason, especially in this field, they have trouble getting around. But if you do a headland, they seem to be able to do it okay. Now I know they are going to miss spots on the ends. We'll have to go clean that up at the end. But I find, at least by doing a headland, it gives you a better chance. So I'll just show you, for example. So we'll put it on a worker and we'll jump out into Tash and get her up here with the baler. And then I'll have to run back, and we'll have to get the tipper up there as well. Well, made my turn too quick. Cheap little baler, but it does the job. I was negotiating, should I go with a round baler or should I go with a square baler, but I decided I'm going to go with the round baler. Usually when I do bales, it's square bales. Yeah, they're easier to stack and stuff like that, but we got the auto stacker, so we'll be using that to do most of the stacking. Mostly what we'll be doing with the bales is like picking up a couple and bringing them over and to the cows, or dropping them into a TMR mixer. So that's what we'll mostly be doing. Okay. This is an awful noisy baler, that's for sure. Now, as you can see, if you look way down on the end, you can see a bit that was missed by the worker. It's like they don't... We're going to have to wait here for the worker to get by. Actually, we're going to probably have to back up. Get out of the way. And wait for the harvester to go by. I don't know what they're doing in it. Slowly making its turn. And off it goes. Get out of our way anyway. But too bad I couldn't catch up, because I would put it on follow me and get the worker to follow the harvester. We may, though, because it takes a while for the harvester to turn around and that. But we got to stop every now and again and empty out the bale, so... See, as we catch up, we got to stop, and then the harvester goes ahead. I want it to get down to the end before they do so we can turn around and get going again, rather than waiting for the harvester to turn around. Now, I'm going to go into field, and what's going to happen is we're going to lose some of the crop, but it's a big field. I'm not too worried about it. We'll try not to go in it as much as possible. And this field here is hard to bale because of the slope on it. I remember doing the bales in FS17 on this map and not thinking about it. I was harvesting up and down the field the opposite way that we're doing now, and every bale just rolled down into the other field. There was no collisions on the hedges in that there, so they just kept on rolling right down into that grass field, just the one you see there on the right hand side. Live and learn. Okay, so let's go on a helper I has nearly a full grain cart. Well, that can fill right up now, and that'll let us catch up to it. Now we'll put it on follow me, and hopefully it'll be able to follow it. Now there is a way to set the offset, because you don't want it to follow too close, because if you let it follow too close, sometimes it bangs into the harvester. And our bales look good. They're staying where they're supposed to. Oh, there's one rolling there now. The other ones seem to be staying still anyway. Now if that raven or crow, whatever it is, lands on it, it might start rolling. That's a pretty cool feature they added in, adding the birds into the game. The only thing I like to see is the scarecrow mod, where you see the birds coming into the field. A crow, I guess. What it does is, if you had the scarecrow down, it would actually scare them away and they wouldn't land in your field, to simulate them not landing in your field and eating your crop. But we can't get everything. Alright, now how am I going to turn around? I want to try not to run over the field as much as possible. So we'll have to do it that way. Now this bale is going to roll, I know it is. Nope. I was wrong. It don't happen too often, but yep, I was wrong. Okay, so the harvester's full there. I can see him with the pipe out, so we'll just get up as close as possible, but leave a room so we can move the harvester out to tip into the trailer. Now, it's a big trailer, so I'm going to use the John Deere. We're using every piece of equipment today, I guarantee you. Alright, that should be good there. So I'm just going to stop that here. Now, Morpheus, I have to run back to the farm and change tractors. We'll grab the John Deere, get the trailer, the tipper, because as that fills up, this tractor is probably not going to be able to pull it very good. Beautiful map, though. I really love this map. Okay, let's jump over to the John Deere now. Yeah, it's a big field, and as you can tell, we don't have very much done. The harvester, or the combine, I call it a combine, but it is a harvester. The harvester is full already, so it's going to be many loads. We may not get it all done in today's episode. Well, I can guarantee you we won't get it all done in today's episode. But just like in real life, when you got big fields, a lot of the times they're not all done in the same day. Now what we'll do is we'll take this and we'll just drop the tipper down out of the way, because I don't want to go into the harvester because we'll end up having to run over the field. But as you can see, we have our harvest on the way. Now, we do own... I think we own field number 2 as well. Just going to shut this off and we'll sit here in the tractor. Okay, this is field 2. So we're doing field 2 right now. We also own field 1, but now field 1 is cultivated, so we need to plant in field 1. We also own field 10 and 12, and they're grass fields, so we're going to have to do some mowing in them eventually. And once we get this pretty much started, then we can start bringing in the animals. I want to have food there. Like, I know we're not running seasons like in FS17, so they just won't produce anything if they're not being fed properly and stuff like that. Not unlike seasons, if you have a animal and you're not feeding them, they actually die off. So I don't want to start the animals until we actually got the stuff to do them. Okay, so let's get in the combine here. We're going to get rid of the worker. And let's get this unloaded and get it going again. Now be careful, I don't want to hit the tipper. There we go. I never did see how much it held. What version is this? I think this is the 770. So the best way to find out is if we go into the shop, we'll look up the 770. 11,500. Now I don't think there was a way to make it any more. Nope. So it is 1150. So many trips. So I'll take over doing a bit of the harvesting. Just as well, it's going to take a while to get this field done. But we will get it done eventually. I really enjoy this game. Really looking forward to when seasons get released for it, because I find it's more realistic when you got seasons running. You can only plant crops that still only grow at certain times of the year. You have to harvest them at certain times of the year. And it also makes the gameplay a little bit harder because, you know, sometimes we turn off plant withering or crop withering and all them conditions, and they don't wither away. But with seasons you have no control in that. And like with grass in this game, like right now grass never goes bad, but in real life grass does go bad. You can only store it for so long, and if it's not stored the proper way, like making silage or whatnot, then it's going to go bad. So that's what I like about seasons. It brings a little bit of realistic atmosphere to the gameplay. So we'll get a little bit more of this field done, and then I'll catch up with the baler. Probably do this and another row back, and then we'll go around with the baler, and we'll catch up with the baler, and probably by that time this tipper will need to be emptied again. So I just want to know, I've released the first episode of this series, introducing the contract mod. What do you guys think about it? Is it something that you want me to continue with? Like, I mean, I can take the contract mod out and just continue on as Morpheus, and but what I like about it is even if I wasn't going to use the other two characters, I can actually go in and configure it so it only has two characters. So I'll have myself and Miss Morpheus, and Mrs. Morpheus can stay in the house. Because what I like about this mod, and I hope someone makes a mod that will replicate just this part of it, is when I save the game, if I were to quit the game here now and save the game, it actually saves where I last ended off. There was one in FS17. I haven't seen it released in FS19 yet. But that's what I like about it. And I'm going to have to hit you, Bale. No. Stay there. No. Stay there. Okay, it's not going to stay there. Just trying to clean up the edges here a bit. This is why I do a headland, because it's so finicky on them edges. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go up and down the field, and that'll make it a bit wider on the ends to turn around. The only reason why I try not to do it this way is because now I got to bring the baler up this way, and as soon as I release the bale, it's going to roll down to the bottom. I can turn off that beacon. We don't need the beacon on our own property. Just look at the textures on the edge of the map out here. Aren't they nice? It actually looks like there's farms way out in the distance, but there's not. I mean, this is the edge of the map here. As you can tell right there, you can see that is the edge of the map, but just look down. Houses down there like a little village. I must say he did a really great job on this map. Really great job. Now let's just cut it up here a little bit. Change my camera view so I can see what I'm doing. So yeah, this field is going to take a while to do, as you can tell. Let's jump in the cab and have a look at this view, see what it's like. I find usually when I do this though I miss the edge, but this is more just playing the contractor mod, just a relaxed series. Unlike the Mercury Farm series where I got to earn everything. This one is just get the equipment. I mean, we still got 377,000 pounds to spend. And we got a lot of equipment down there, but we basically earned all that money on Don Diego map, so we brought all that money over with us. It was unfortunate that I lost that game. I was really enjoying that map. Really was. Now, as you can see, we got a lot more room to be backing in and getting ready to go back on this side. No, I never squared it off, of course. But we've got a nice straight run going here now, so when we put a worker back on it, it'll work very nice. I don't think we're going to make it all the way down to the end before we get full. So yeah, this episode and probably the next episode is going to be completing this field. I'll see how the time is going on the next episode. And we'll probably do a bit of time lapsing, get it done a bit quicker. And then we'll go from there. Now I remember I did this field in FS17, so I'm still thinking, I don't know if I'm going to actually keep this field or should we sell it and purchase another one. I'm going to purchase another one regardless. But what do you guys think? Do you think I should sell this field? And I mean, it is close to the farm. I'd like to get fields that are further away from the farm. Oh, there we go. We're full again. I got to start watching the start watching the meter and see how full I am. Running over crop is not good, or wasting it. Alright, let's get that emptied. We can shut the harvester off right now. We got all of our tractors in place. Now what I'll do now, when we start up again in the next episode, I'll clean up the little bottom area here. And then we'll come back and get back into the field and I'll put it on a worker. But what I'll do is I'll just catch up with the baler so we can have the baler following the combine. But there you go. So we are started our first harvest here on Oakfield Farms. It seems like that's all I've been doing lately. I just finished a harvest on Mercury Farms as well. But that's what farming's all about. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video today. I'm going to try to make the videos a little bit shorter. You know, I'm going to try to keep them between a half hour and 45 minutes. I'll try. I mean, sometimes it's hard to do because you get into it so much. But I find some people don't like the really long episodes, so I'm going to try to reduce them down a bit. But yeah, again, I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode, and if you liked it, I would really appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, if you want to click on that subscribe button, you go right ahead. It's free to do it, and it helps me out. And I would really, really, really appreciate it. So, for now, you all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.